Hello and welcome back. My name is Drumroll Tony. We're finally here. Opening 1, Opening 4, the full versions of the songs. I've never heard Opening 4 at all. I know Opening 1, the shortened version. I'm doing anime episode reactions to Jujutsu Kaisen on the Patreon. Absolutely loving it. I love the characters. I love the music, and the animation style is out of this world. Speaking of characters, who's your favorite character? Mine is Moneybags himself, Nanami Kento. Let me know yours down in the comments below. All right, this is Opening 1, the full version. I'm a big fan of Eve, so I'm very excited for this. All right, let's go. There it is. Really? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna say a lot of similar things that I said last time we did the surface level musical analysis on this, but because it's been a while, I don't remember. But one thing I feel like I definitely don't remember were the bong rips in the other version. Was there bong rips in the other version, man? Because it's here right now. That is amazing. The sorcerers are chilling. Okay, jokes aside, you will never not know when it's an Eve song. That is such a distinguished voice. Like, it's so recognizable. I love it. But let's go back real quick. Let's talk about, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we can't listen and not talk about it again. Let's talk about the rhythm section. Like, that is such a nice setup on that groove. And then instantly the guitar work is just, it's there. It's Eve. Often he gets his layers. It's like two lead players that are very like busy with their work that kind of go back and forth. Right now we're getting very strong lead, some great rhythm, and then the bass player is such a foundation. But even if it's not like a double lead guitar layering, it's still very distinguished that it's his sound. Now, part of this is that I've already listened to the short version of the song, so obviously I'm super biased in like understanding that. But we've listened to enough of his other music that you can recognize those characteristics. Does that make sense? And it's super fun, you know? This is perfect music, man. Oh my god, dude. It's not, how do I say this? The music is still, like, when I listened to it the first time, the music had huge pillars of strength. It stood alone by itself. It's already a great piece. But now that, like, watching the anime and having an investment with everything we're doing on Patreon with it, like, it means more. But I already love the music, though. Like, I still love it equally. It just, I can see different things in my head right now. We got to talk about this design and build into the chorus, though. This is such an Evism, man. You just have a very flavorful and tonal build, and then we pull back a little bit. We have some variety within the instrumentation, and then it just drops. This is great compositional technique here. Listen to that delivery in the melody, man. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. God, man. So not to mention is the rhythmic delivery of the melody itself is already pretty catchy and pretty cool, but there's a nice harmony on that as well. So cadentially, meaning the way it's being delivered to the rhythm, like within our ears, how we're experiencing it, it's already pretty hip. But the harmonies on it are hip as well, and against the already previously mentioned cool guitar stuff going on. So I mean, you can go try and write something. It's not going to be this good, man. This is great stuff. Let's keep going. The other thing we got to say about that is the contour. Contour meaning basically the shape of where we're going. So think about the range of the voice and the melody, what we have, and then we kind of go up here at the end. We pull some instruments away. We allow the falsetto type head voice to be the main focus here. And it's seriously groovy underneath with how little that's going on musically. It exposes itself, and we get such a variety in the contrast of sound. Like, I don't know, I would never have I have the musical brain to appreciate. I would never have the musical brain to create like this though. This is so, it's just so cool. Let's go back a couple seconds and keep going here. So much thinner just right there. Oh my god. Boy, oh boy, that chorus, not only is the chord progression beautiful, it's his voice is freaking beautiful, man. That is outstanding. Everything that's designed there, I just said it, I wouldn't know how to do it. I really wouldn't. I don't. You give me the charts, I'll play the bass lines all day, man. I'm just a rhythm section player. I don't have that kind of like creative genius. It's really fun to sit back and listen and just appreciate. So I think y'all heard it. And I think the last time we did this, I've rewound probably several times in there. So we'll let it be. We'll go back to 115 about 5 seconds back here and we'll push on. Well, that was wild. That's a new part. Okay, cool. So the first thing obviously that comes to mind is the new effect on the voice. It feels way more like kind of a bass synth, almost like, you know, if I hit this is going to sound stupid, but if I go to right here, you know, it's like we're kind of going down a little bit. It's not that strong, obviously, but the effect is cool. But what is actually much cooler is the rhythm of what's being sung there. Where did that drop in? Was it like 120? Let's go like the 120 section. This might be a little bit too far. I'm not sure. We're okay. Here we go. What a shift, man. Everything was just hollow, man. We're definitely right here before. Everything was duple or quadruple. That's where we were. But now we finally get a much different rhythmic focus here again. The bong rips are back. Listen to the contour and the melody there. My God, that is gorgeous. Again, please. Here we go. Almost all that's upbeat stuff. Cool. Last couple seconds of that, we'll let it go on, I promise. Listen to the shift in that. We went from straight diga dot 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 to da. Very, very, very cool. Back about 10. Man, dude, someone should transcribe that whole thing. That is groovy because the rhythm section underneath is playing just a super boom. Boom, boom, boom. We're just laid way back. The reason you have to do that, well, number one, it's cool. That is like hip already. But if you're going to do that type of vocals on top, if you do anything busy, you will completely just distract and ruin the effect of how cool that vocal line was up top. Okay, so I would say just so far, that is probably one of my favorite vocal deliveries that he's done. Like, you don't need for me, the effects, the low end stuff. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like super digital voiced out stuff. I'm more of a fan of how creative can you get with the delivery, because that's still a human side component, where the effects, it's all like post and stuff. And that's cool too. Like, you know, you want to give your audiences a variety of things to listen to, but just speaking for myself, I just really want to like nail that home that I really appreciate the compositional design of how that cadence was. All right, back a couple seconds. Let's keep going. Little variety. Oh my God, dude. I'm actually not familiar if this part of the chorus delivery, the second time we're getting the chorus here, the rhythms are different than the first time. I don't know if we had that in the short version of opening one. So that is new to me. I think. If I'm wrong, pardon me, please. But it doesn't matter because that shit is jamming. We're going back to hear it again. Here we go. So that callback right there that existed in what we previously talked about, now it's here in the chorus. How cool is that? Back 10 seconds. Wow. Okay. That was super cool. It's like CB squelch going on, almost a percussion feature. It's not drum solo-ish, but sort of, because I don't know. It's more like kind of just funky act, like kind of like syncopated. I don't know. The groove just got broken there. Not broken in a bad way. We just broke it up from what we had. Let's go back about, this is what, 238? Let's go back 221. Just listen to the drums for this. This is very funky. Okay, on second listen, it wasn't as funky as I thought the first time. Obligatory things happen. It's still cool, though, because it's so much variety what had just happened from the second before. So I really appreciate that. Okay, this 238. Let's go back about 5 seconds. Let's get into this next little chunk. Okay. Okay, man. Eve, you got so much creative genius going on here. I really dig the just removal of most of the instruments that we're used to listening to. And you get a pretty exposed vocal part for a moment, but then it gets saturated again. That is a beautiful little segment. It's just so exposed. Just some cool effects on guitar and voice right there. Again, we'll go on to a little funky drum thing too. Here we go. Ready? Almost. Some nice guitar playing too, by the way. Yeah, man. Oh my God. I didn't think it would be that good. I mean, I knew it would be amazing. I didn't have the conception in my brain that we would go just within this piece, so we'd have so much variety to be. You know what? When I say it, I didn't think it'd be that good. That sounds wrong saying it out loud. I knew it would be great. It was greater than I thought. That's what I'm trying to say. Eve's voice is something else. For me personally, I find the rhythmic design of this so it's difficult. It's not easy at all. It wouldn't be easy to write it. It wouldn't be easy to sing it either. Like lots of rehearsal going on here. It's very tight. The rhythm section is great. So that's my take on it. I think that was like exceptional, especially for an anime that I like so much. So anyway, let me know what you think down below. This is opening for the full version specials King New. I'm excited. Let's go. You are my special. You are my special. All right. All right, the intro is pretty cool. I like the thickness of this like digital kind of fuzzy vocal harmony we get right away. You are my special. And then you are my special. That's cool. Ba 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 ba. Get it once. Ba da da da. You get it twice. Goes down an octave, and then the vocal callback. Okay, so they really set us up right there. We definitely set that little theme in motion. Down now. Here's vocals and now guitar. But man, underneath that cool guitar line is like this really cool, like fuzzy gliss, like whatever bass, synth bass you want to like label this. It's very cool sounding though. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. And we brought it back to bada boobie. Cool, very cool. All right, so there's a couple little variety things in this part of the verse that are pretty cool. The voice sounds almost like, you know, some of the creatures that they're up against in the anime. It has like that kind of like almost alien effect on it. It's pretty cool to listen to. It's different. I really like that melodic choice right there. That's fun. By the way, we saw that like industrial sounding backbeat. Like it sounds like you're like playing a hammer on metal, big pieces of metal. That's a fun way to represent the backbeat. That's pretty cool. I just want this melody again one more time, please. Yeah, but yeah, there's so much vibrato in each one of those. That's where it has that like kind of like alien sound. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's cool though. I love you, baby. What a chunk of variety right there. We come out of the I love you baby and you got chicka boom booga boom booga boom is our like main rhythm section focus underneath, but there's like little, it's either guitar stuff or keyboard stuff going on underneath. It's very tasty different, so you know what I'm saying? I love you baby. Oh my god. Bo ba ba bo be da da. That's just a nice vocal delivery right there. Again, that's beautiful. Here it comes. Love it. Bass comes back. Let's keep going. All right, the chorus is pretty cool. It's pretty repetitive, but not in a bad way. It's just, you know, it's like here's the equation. We'll do the equation twice with a little bit of variety within the vocals there. So cool. Yeah, I feel like there's really probably nothing to go back about and talk about. It's very nice. All right, back a couple seconds. Let's keep going. I like that turnaround. That was cool. Okay, that was cool. You know me, variety is a spice of life. I love change-ups like that. We pull away so much of the dynamic, just expose the lower end a little bit and allow the voice to be a little bit more, I guess, present. Let's go back to 150 real quick. Here we go. Yeah. Listen, I mean, obviously it's gorgeous. We have this big, it's more of like, it's just, we're painting a very different picture here, but it's the bass player, instead of all this stuff going on, it's so much more gentle. I guess you could say the landscape, the way the bassist is playing right now has changed so much. Just listen down to the bassist real quick. Oh my God. For me, that is the biggest change. It's huge. I mean, obviously more than that just changes. The percussion completely shifts. The feel completely changed. We get more of a, it's almost like a shaker is going on, which again, so I guess we'll say the percussion and the bass really just are together there to allow the vocals to be so, it is such a huge difference. One more time and we'll let it go on. That's what I just want to appreciate right now. And moving on. All right. Whoa. Interesting, man. Okay. That was a huge shift. For a moment, it was so groovy. Like, I was like, all right, we're getting some syncopated stuff going on. This is real cool. And then it got kind of like, kind of breathy again, and we opened things up. Like, if you're painting, there's a lot of brushes going on right now. Just think of it that way. Let me I actually kind of lost track of where it got super funky. I'm just going to rewind to here real quick. This might be too much. I apologize if it is. Actually, I don't think it was far enough, to be honest with you. I think it was more about 207. Hold on, here we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously it's not that much, but that's where my mind goes. Because, man, that hits, though. That really hits. Because it's almost got like a Michael Jackson feel to it. Like, it steps over. It steps into a different lane for a second. Yeah, man. That's hot. And then obviously that section right there has components from everything that we've talked about that has already happened. But that's great though, right? Like we just got a little bit, actually quite a bit of variety right there. So just kind of reaching back to familiar sounds to put them in this. It's like we're just borrowing ingredients to put them in here. It's a very, very smart way to do this. I like this quite a bit. Okay. All right. Whoa. You know I'm going back to that. Okay, obviously the biggest shift right here is the quarter note. Well, it almost turns into a house pulse. I mean, it does turn it, not almost, it really does. But you still have all the workings of these cool vocal, like, I don't know, like really, really heavy digital synth post-production stuff going on. I'm not reading the lyrics. That's not, lots of people will give you so much better information about lyrics than me. I'm not, that's one of my weaknesses, to be honest. Like, it is a weakness though. You know, if I really want to talk about it, I mean, words are obviously a huge part of what's going on programmatically with what's being said to the music. I've always just been in, like, I don't know, I was pretty young. I had some teachers that were like, man, it's really like, how much cooler is this if you can experience it and it makes you feel a certain way without any words telling you what it is. I can tell you the first piece of music, it was actually my uncle that did this with me. When I was a little kid, we listened to Tchaikovsky, the 1812 Overture, and he like sat me down. I can remember this clear as day. He sat me down on the couch and we did a programmatic music thing. I don't know why. I was pretty young for this, to be honest, but we talked about like what all the instruments meant, how they're representing, because obviously it's the Battle of 1812. It's a war, you know, music piece. But the idea was, well, there is some choir in there at the end, but I mean, I was a little kid. I'm not like, you know, I'm not translating lyrics or anything. The point is, it was brought to me at a young age, and then other teachers as well, of like, you know, listening to music and trying to get what's going on via that versus literally being told. So the reason I don't even spend time trying to like geek out in the lyrics for you, because I know there's 8 million other YouTube channels that will do a much better job than me. So I'm just going with what's going on. Sorry. This is Tangent Tony here. Sorry, my bad. Let's keep going with the music that's at hand right now. Familiar. Wow, the bass. You are my special, man. Okay, there it is. That is opening for the full version. That was a very cool piece of music. Lots of variety in there, but hey, you know what I think? Let me know what you think down below. Well, there it is. Opening 1, the full version. Opening 4, the full version. Now, people will always ask me, not that it matters, okay? It does not matter at all, but people always ask, well, which one did you like better? I'm not going to lie to you, man. Like, I'm Team Eve all the way. That first song has so much compositional stuff going on, and like the amount of variety and the way it's used, for me, it is just up here. I like them both, but that's where I'm at. My name is Drumroll Tony. If you want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen with me or all the other anime that I'm watching on the Patreon, the link for that is down in the video description below. I appreciate your support so much. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers in the channel. Please and thank you. Click that subscribe button. If you liked the video, click like. If you did not like it, click dislike. I appreciate you. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. Take it easy. Goodbye.